Fucking Brandon Miller. Yo, what's going on? Hold on, chat. Hold on. This nigga Clark already on it. I'm on it too, boy. What is they talking about, chat? Hey, chat. What's good, chat? What's good, YouTube, man? We back on the tube, bro. We back on the tube. Hold on, the video playing. We back on the tube, man. We about to see what's going on with this Malika Andrews, the puppet at ESPN basketball, man. I heard she worked with the Fed, so we about to see if she really in cahoots with them or not. Shit. Let me hear what they talking about, man. This video has been numbers so key for his shit.
How much time?
I ain't gonna read the comments or nothing, though. Chat, hold on. Can we hear music? Or can we hear the video? Yeah, we good.
The ultimate hater of black human beings.
Facts, on God. I knew that, though. I low-key knew that, though.
The ultimate hater.
Okay, hold on that back.
The ultimate hater of black human beings. The ultimate hater. There is nothing about her existence that says, I'm black and I'm proud.
Be remiss not to also mention that Missoula was arrested twice at West Virginia, once in 2008 for underage drinking and aggravated assault. Adrian Payne was shot and killed in Orlando, Florida early.
It's like, hold on, wait. Damn. It's like, yo, he getting in some shit that's going on now and some scandal he in. She mentioned this shit from 08. Hold on. Damn, that was hella federal. Did we really need to say all that? Did we really need to say all that?
I'm black and I'm
Hold on, wait.
Be remiss not to also mention that Missoula was arrested twice at West Virginia, once in 2008 for underage drinking and aggravated assault. Adrian Payne was shot and killed in Orlando, Florida early Monday morning. In 2018, he was waived by the Magic after he was named in a report by ESPN's Outside the Lines that he'd been involved in an alleged sexual assault.
His name did surface in court testimony involving a case where his former teammate and another man, they've been indicted for capital murder.
The NBA media is...
Damn, that was literally, 2023. I was like, yo. Like, did we really gotta see with the Feds for real, boy? Hey, don't trust it. Don't trust it while she's with the Feds.
Sexual assault.
His name did surface in court testimony involving a case.
I know niggas be tempted, man, but she with the Feds, bro.
The NBA media is often disliked by many.
Niggas out here getting 25 million. They had niggas out here getting $25 million contracts. She about to have you 25 to life. Oh, bro. Niggas is signing for 25 million on the court a year. She about to have you 25 to life.
Usually just for their annoying journalistic tendencies. But considering recent involvements, one member of the NBA media stands out among all. She goes by Malika Andrews. In her short career in basketball media, Malika has already swiftly established herself as a very disliked figure for various reasons. Whether it be from taking extremist...
Damn, to make Giannis get up and leave, that gotta be bad. What we think she asked? What we think she asked him to make him get up like that, man?
Career in basketball media, Malika has already swiftly established herself as a very disliked figure for various reasons. Whether it be from taking extremist stances, targeting specific groups of people, or just arguing out of bad faith, she's not unfamiliar to any of it. But despite these concerning incidents, the recent large-scale firing in an attempt to cut costs by ESPN.
Damn, yeah, niggas was getting booted. I ain't gonna lie, look, chat, I'm not one to prey on anyone's downfall. Let me say that, let me give this disclaimer. I'm not one to prey on anyone's downfall. I'm not one to prey on anyone, you know what I'm saying, not be able to support their family, like, anyone getting fired and what the case may be. You know what I'm saying? I ain't with none of that, bro. I ain't about to, you know what I mean, take off of one man's plate. But this nigga right here, I hated hearing this nigga call games. I ain't even gonna lie, I ain't even mad they packed up, bro. I ain't even mad they packed up, bro. Jeff Van Gundy, I think who that is. I get tired of hearing that, man. Oh man, I ain't.
She's not
that was a good.
But despite these concerning incidents, the recent large-scale firing in an attempt to cut costs by.
Damn, man, niggas getting packed up. Hold on.
But despite these concerning incidents, the recent large-scale.
Jeff Van Gundy. Jeff Van Gundy. Damn, Jeff Van Gundy. They let go Jalen Rose too. Yeah, I saw they parted ways with Max Kellerman and Keyshawn. Damn. These niggas was getting the boot. Hold on, wait. They letting some good niggas go. Jalen Rose.
Cut costs by ESPN saw the exit of many experienced and clean-slated analysts and hosts including Jalen Rose, Jeff Van Gundy, and Max Kellerman, while Malika Andrews remained untouched, causing outbursts among the community. While unsurprising, there was no doubt that NBA players...
We keeping Malika Andrews. Come on now, let's be real. Let's look at it as a basketball standpoint. All right, let's leave. You know what I'm saying, the extraness out of it. Who we want talking hoops more, Malika Andrews or Jalen Rose? Mind you, one of them niggas, one of the options was in the NBA. Come on now.
Fans and even her co-workers aren't fond of her. But why is she still such a favorite at ESPN? This is just one of the many questions we'll be answering very shortly. Before we get into that, more recently, the spotlight returned on Malika after the 2023 NBA Draft, where Malika Andrews publicly read out dramatized headlines of Brandon Miller's past, painting the second overall pick in a false and unflattering manner, attempting to tarnish his name. Some claim this was an unintended attack, but
I ain't gonna lie, I'm sorry to keep positive, but this might, you know what I'm saying, this gotta be, I gotta defend Brandon Miller, bro, because he with the Hornets now, and I didn't even know she said that shit on draft night.
But judging by Andrews' previous public comments, this incident targeting someone like Brandon Miller should have come at no surprise. Previous encounters saw her get into ill-intended exchanges with Giannis Antetokounmpo, Matt Barnes, and Stephen A. Smith, just to name a few. But before we get into how these altercations developed, let's rewind the clock and better understand who Malika Andrews is.
Fazoli's fan favorite.
Let's see, man.
Alfredo is back.
Let me see what she's talking about.
With rich, creamy Alfredo and mozzarella
I heard
cheese,
she was working with the feds, man. I'm seeing all this footage.
Including her famous unlimited breadsticks. Only at Fazoli's.
It's rubbing me the wrong way, Malika. Come on, prove me wrong.
When I go hiking, I go hard and fast. I can come
prove me wrong right here, Malika. I need to see what they're talking about.
Malika Andrews was born in January 1995 in Oakland, California, to a personal trainer father and an art teacher mother. She attended a private coeducation prep school called Head Royce School, and she proved to be great academically. Although things seemed to be going great, behind closed doors it was a different story. Malika Andrews would later claim that as a middle schooler, she was angry, depressed, and anxious, and suffered from multiple eating disorders. She would state that from 14 years old, she would be in survival mode, later admitting to her parents that she may need some professional help. As a result, her parents would enroll her into a therapeutic boarding school in Utah at 14 years old. If you didn't know, a therapeutic boarding school is a school focused on creating a therapeutic schooling and housing environment for students with emotional or behavioral issues.
I was about to say,
regardless, she would get through these tough times and graduate high school in 2012, and would later work at a civil rights law firm with her grandpa.
Okay, so she got it in 2012. She's not that. Okay. Damn. Okay. All right. Let's go back
for a year before she began her communications degree at the University of Portland. During her time in college, she would take on the journalistic roles at the university, where she was a sports writer, sports editor, and editor-in-chief. After graduation, Malika would introduce herself to Adrian Wojnarowski at the 2017 Summer League, but it would be years later until they would work together at ESPN. Anyways, her academic results and diverse portfolio of work at her university would still earn her various internship offers. Coming out of college, she worked 1 year with the Chicago Tribune before joining ESPN as a reporter, covering the Chicago Bulls and Milwaukee Bucks.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a big W. Going from college straight to the Chicago Tribune, then from a year there going to the league. Ain't gonna lie, that's a tough.
While Malika was closely covering the Bucks vs. Raptors series in 2019, was when her first controversial incident would arise. Following the Milwaukee Bucks' series defeat to the Raptors in the Eastern Conference Finals, a tense situation unfolded between Malika Andrews and Giannis Antetokounmpo during a post-game press conference.
So you guys have talked a lot about how at this point, you know, sometimes it takes experience. I'm wondering if now that you have some of that experience, if you see more validity to that point, or what you think about that now that you've gone through it.
As you can clearly see, as soon as Malika begins talking, Giannis's face changes before he later walks out of the room. The reason as to why Giannis left was that within a short 15 to 20 minute time frame following his team's exit from the playoffs, Giannis would be notified of an article written by Malika Andrews. In the article, Malika had gone into great detail about Giannis's perspective on his future at Milwaukee.
Hold on, wait a minute. What is she saying? Report. Giannis wasn't happy about Malika Andrews' rumor before walking out. In quotes. In more concrete terms, a source close to Antetokounmpo said that getting to the NBA Finals is not just ambition; it could tip scales in any ways of control. Okay.
With free agency approaching, the article basically created the narrative that his commitment to
wait. We ain't about to read all that. We just gonna read what's in green. If Milwaukee's progress toward the finals is impeded in any way this season, next season, etc., at the same point in time, he's going to want his way out. And this is what she's saying.
With free agency approaching,
this cap.
The article basically created the narrative that his commitment to remaining in Milwaukee was based on whether the Bucks reached the NBA Finals or not. As a result, Giannis would not say a single word and see himself out, due to seemingly not wanting to partake in a conversation with her at all, as his senior journalism methods didn't sit right with him. Although some will claim Giannis is overreacting and that Malika was only doing her job, the subsequent controversies...
I don't know, man. You could do your job and not twist and manipulate people's words, bro. Like, you ain't gotta do that, bro. Like,
that emerged shortly after left the NBA community even more stunned. As time went on, Malika Andrews began being given bigger opportunities at ESPN. In late 2021, due to a diversity requirement and being set up,
Rachel
ESPN
Nichols,
host of 6 Years, Rachel Nichols, was fired by ESPN after invasive methods were used to spy on her and set her up. Anyways.
Hold on, wait. What that you talking about? Spy on her and set her up? Yo, ESPN. Yo, what the fuck? ESPN, what are y'all on, dog? ESPN, man, sue these niggas, yo.
After
ESPN removes Rachel Nichols from NBA Finals highlight coverage after
invasive methods were used.
Leaked comments. If you gotta leak some shit, come on, bro. Come on. What are we doing? Former ESPN broadcaster Rachel Nichols said she was spied on in a hotel room. This is it? Spied on in a hotel room when live feed kept running and she was caught on a hot mic saying Mariah Taylor took over NBA Finals coverage because she's black. Damn, I ain't Pete Rachel Nichols said that though. Damn, when this shit happened? This shit happened in the bubble? Damn.
Spy on her and set her up. Anyways, this role later opened up to Malika Andrews, an ideal candidate in the role to fit diversity requirements, and soon Malika Andrews would become a regular host that would be seen on ESPN. In early 2022, Malika would get into it with Matt Barnes during a LeBron versus Kobe debate.
I'm definitely not saying that, but what I'm saying is Kobe would get in, like, he would not let the way some of his teammates
get in someone's face and it doesn't
slide.
turn into wins, then you're just getting in somebody's face.
But it's going to be a problem the entire season.
Months later, she would get into another debate with ex-NBA players.
You can't look at a person. Yeah, but you're making an assumption.
Yes, you can.
You can't look at a person and know what their intent was.
There is no doubt that Malika's ego is in her way during these arguments, forgetting that she's debating ex-NBA players about basketball.
There's nothing more powerful than you.
He said she really be forgetting who the fuck she is and who she's talking to.
Although these were just small confrontations, it was just a taste of what was yet to come. In September 2022, reports came out that Celtics head coach Ime Udoka was exposed for having a consensual relationship with a member of Celtics staff, breaking team rules, later resulting in his suspension as their head coach for the entire...
I ain't gonna lie, Ime Udoka fucked up, bro. Come on, gang. You was with Nia Long? Like who was the staff member, bro?
Breaking team rules.
Did we ever find that out?
Resulting in his suspension as their head coach for the entire season that followed. In response to the situation and later suspension of Udoka, many members of the NBA media would give their input, including Stephen A. Smith. Stephen would come to the defense of Udoka, pointing out the hypocrisy with the entire publicized incident involving Ime.
Every single sport, there's people messing around with each other within an organization. Yep. It happens all the time. That is the problem with this issue. This black man that you got up here, we talking about him on national television because you publicize a personal matter where there's a whole bunch of issues personally that have happened in NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, and other sports. We don't hear about their personal business.
This would proceed to get Malika heated and on her high horse.
Stephen A., with all due respect, this is not about pointing the finger. We are not here, Stephen A., to further blame women. That is not why we are here.
So Stephen A. had to show her who was the real boss.
I don't fuck with Stephen A., but Stephen A. man, handle that, bruh. Stephen A. Oh shit! I almost talked over the. Stephen A. handle that though. Stephen A. Go ahead and handle that, bruh.
Why we are here.
So Stephen A. had to show her who was the real boss.
I don't appreciate where you're going with that. My issue is all of this being publicized. The point that I'm trying to make is just like you're not mentioning. Excuse me. I listened to you. You're the one telling me to stop on my show. It ain't happening.
However, when discussing the same topic on Malika's show.
All right then, Steven. All right then, Steve. You gotta let her know, boy. You on my show, telling me to stop, boy. What? I will hang up the phone right now.
Things went a little different with Kendrick Perkins.
Sideways.
This relationship that was had with Ime Udoka and one of these women, it was consensual, meaning that this woman actually played a part in it too. So my thing is, yes, Ime Udoka was wrong. We get that. His punishment, he deserved that, and whatever else follows, I hate it for him, but he put himself in this position. But why are the other people getting left off the hook?
Well,
that's the problem that I have right now. Everybody got to be held accountable.
It is unfair and irresponsible of us to go and to speculate on that, because what we have to.
Well, I'm not speculating. Sure. I have the information. I'm not speculating.
Whatever rule, the conduct that was broken on one side, it is not the same on the other side. I thank you for your perspective.
Although it's easy to point.
Oh hell no! He said. He said, "Look." I felt what Perk was saying though. I felt what Perk was saying. She was kind of wilding though. Like she was ready to say some shit. But I feel what Perk's saying, especially if it was consensual. The girl, we don't even know if we know the girl's name or the lady's name. I still don't know her name.
Left off the hook.
Well,
that's the problem that I have right now. Everybody got to be held accountable.
It is unfair and irresponsible of us to go and to speculate on that, because what we have to.
Well, I'm not speculating. Sure. I have the information. I'm not speculating.
That whatever rule, the conduct that was broken on one side, it is not the same on the other side.
He said, I got the facts, my nigga.
Although it's easy to point the finger at Malika,
he said, if you want
the reality of the situation goes deeper, and
make sure I
only
got the
point
facts.
to Malika Andrews as merely just a messenger. Because the truth is, Malika Andrews fits in perfectly as the ideal candidate to promote the woke or feminist narrative that most media tend to push. I think these clips of Jalen Rose may just prove this.
We know his name. Maybe I'm missing something as it relates to the law, but why we don't know her name? It's not like she's a minor. I feel like we should know her name publicly as well.
After openly sharing his...
Like what? Like why don't we know? Like why are we hiding? Like why is she being hidden? But they was doing tricks on Ime Udoka. They was using his name, dragging his name through the mud, man. That shit was crazy. I ain't really speak on that, but
potentially controversial opinion. Rose would swiftly make an apology soon after, taking back everything he said.
And I would like to apologize for a comment I made earlier on NBA Countdown. I questioned why a woman's name who had an alleged affair with Celtics head coach Ime Udoka was not made public.
I think it's pretty obvious what ESPN thought about his initial statements. And after
He said,
assistant
"Fuck
coach Joe Mazzulla was named interim coach,
He said, niggas want me to apologize. I'll give y'all an apology. Bro, come on, dog.
after Udoka's suspension, this is what Malika said to welcome him.
Mazzulla was arrested twice at West Virginia, once in 2008 for underage drinking and aggravated assault, and then again in 2009 for domestic battery after an incident at Morgantown Bar.
You might be wondering, is Malika okay? How does it make sense to bring up someone's criminal history from 13 years ago in a situation where no crimes were committed under the law? However, when considering
why is she even doing that? Like, that is so federal. That is beyond federal. It's like, damn. This how y'all about to announce me? This how y'all about to, you know, give me my intro to the big lights? Like, bro, she is wildin'.
Mazzulla was arrested twice at West Virginia, once in 2008 for underage drinking and aggravated assault, and then again in 2009 for domestic battery after an incident at Morgantown Bar.
You might be wondering, is Malika okay? How does it make sense to bring up someone's criminal history from 13 years ago in a situation where no crimes were committed under the law? However, when considering Malika's recent comments made about Brandon Miller, a clear yet disturbing pattern is becoming evident. To add to this, around a month after the Ime Udoka situation, during a segment reporting on the death of former Michigan State player Adrian Payne, this is what Malika had to say about Payne.
Adrian Payne was shot and killed in Orlando, Florida. Played 4 seasons in the NBA with multiple teams. In 2018, he was waived by the Magic after he was named in a report by ESPN's Outside the Lines that he'd been involved in an alleged sexual assault at Michigan State in 2010. No charges were filed in that case.
Again, the pattern of unnecessarily airing out the criminal history of black men during a time of vulnerability continues.
Like,
so
damn.
The question remains, did she speak these words of her own accord, or was she just reading from a script? If she indeed chose to bring up this incident unprompted, it reveals a deep-rooted hatred towards black men. If she didn't, then it brings up a deeper issue within the roots of the organization. Regardless, this doesn't take from the fact that Malika is the one making these absurd and damaging statements. Following this statement, it wouldn't be long until Malika Andrews' antics on television would again turn heads. While welcoming Jalen Rose back during a segment of a show, this happened.
Get your finger out of my armpit. We're just happy to see Jalen Rose. Welcome.
As you can clearly see, Jalen's hand is by no means under Malika's armpit, and even if it was, why does that need to be brought up on the spot in such an accusatory manner?
Yeah, what?
Nevertheless, another baseless accusation.
Oh, yeah, his hand wasn't even there. What?
Is by no means under Malika's armpit, and even if it was, why does that need to be brought up on the spot in such an accusatory manner? Nevertheless, another baseless accusation by Malika, and Jalen Rose had to find out the hard way. To add to these 2 instances involving Ime Udoka and Adrian Payne, more recently, Malika Andrews would bring up an alleged Brandon Miller incident on draft night.
His name did surface in court testimony involving a case where his former teammate and another man, they've been indicted for capital murder.
Many claim this as unnecessary and undoubtedly an attempt to tarnish Miller's name, just like
bad.
many other black men.
Hold on, wait. I ain't gonna lie. They look like they were tweets. You have to read some of these.
Many claim this as...
I can understand if this was the case. This is an active case. But I feel like if the case is dropped and he won't be charged, and there really should be no reason to bring it up at all. Facts.
Unnecessary and undoubtedly.
Yeah, these are tweets. No one is hating on her. She has a pattern of behavior, and we are rightfully calling it out.
An attempt to tarnish Miller's.
Malika has a long history of the way she handles these situations. Even if the incident is not that bad, she collected her 3 strikes plus a long time ago. To me, it says a lot about the kind of kind of person she is.
Name, just like many other black men.
She always doing that nonsense, so uncalled for. She's like the Grim Reaper on Brothers.
In this situation, Malika provided limited context, reading a sensationalized headline aimed at portraying Miller in the most negative light imaginable within a short segment. After considering Brandon Miller was never charged for the incident in January, her airing out a blanket incriminating accusation adds to another example of Malika Andrews showing contempt towards black men. Although Malika Andrews has not had the easiest upbringing by any means, this does not excuse her actions. There's no denying that she's swiftly established herself as a disliked figure in NBA media by her colleagues, as well as NBA players and fans, as a result of not just her typical journalistic tendencies, but her tendency to consistently attempt to tarnish the reputation of black men in the realm of sports. Malika's clear discrimination of black men on the extremely large platform
They ain't saying
is
nothing about the
simply
John Morant
unjust.
shit.
But what's more alarming is
I done
that
seen
the
the John
company
Morant
that hires her
videos.
continues to encourage her without punishment. After ESPN recently released their list of firings for the year, fans were outraged after discovering Malika Andrews would
Who was
released their
number
list of firings for the year.
Oh, Jeff Van Gundy? Hell no.
Fans were outraged after discovering Malika Andrews was not on the list. Although many of us see through her often insensitive actions, to ESPN and sports media as a whole, she's probably seen as a loved and protected figure that can do no wrong. And the truth is, there is no sign that the rise of Malika Andrews in sports media will be stopping anytime soon.
That shit crazy. This was a decent little video. It brought a lot of shit to light, low key.
Running a small business takes grit and determination, and a fact.
Mute that shit. Shit will let anyone talk about the minimum boss and accountability. But I had no problem talking about a man's past on draft night. Double standards are real. Like upbringing does not sound right. It sounds really. The fact that you told Jalen Rose to get your finger off my arm, my armpit live on air when she gave him a half hug, I knew she was a clown. Huh? Damn, man, you hate to see that shit. Hold on, wait. Malika Andrews is a successful reporter at ESPN who has rose to prominence at a relatively fast pace. It should be noted that Malika was enrolled in an emotional behavioral therapy institution. Yeah, she struggled with depression. Malika is said to be involved in a consensual relationship with ESPN co-worker Dave McHeneman. Who the hell is this? Dave McHeneman? This should be how every player that she interviews start the interview. That would be fitting. Hold on, wait. What are they talking about? Dave McHeneman. Yeah, what a video. That video is very informational. Sports beer. You only got 6 videos. This one is doing dummy numbers for bro.